One of, if not my absolute favorite device in my smart home, may or may not even be considered a smart home device. Now, I consider it a smart home device because it's kind of the heart of my smart home. However, because it's simply a streaming device at its core, it can be used whether you want to build a smart home around it or not. In this video, I'm going to give you 5 reasons why you should consider buying an Apple TV, and stick around because number 4 might actually surprise you. What's up everyone, my name's Dylan and this is Dylan Tech. This channel is all about my favorite tech and smart home tech that I use to make my life easier and more efficient. If tech or building a smart home is something that you're into, consider hitting the subscribe button and stick around as we grow this channel. This is only my second video, so a like and a subscribe would be greatly appreciated, but only if you find any of this information valuable. So in a world where streaming seems to be not only the norm, but for some people the exclusive option for consuming their content, there's a lot of options to pick from when choosing a streaming device for your TV. I mean, you have the Amazon Fire products, Roku, Google Chromecast, and Google TV, not to mention the smart TVs that come with streaming tech built into the TV itself. And with a lot of these devices coming in at under $30, you can get started really quickly and for a very low cost. So why the Apple TV? Apple just released 2 new versions of their Apple TV 4K. The $149 option and its little brother, the $129 option, which throws out the Ethernet port and the Thread radio, which helps with the connection of smart home devices. So obviously that's significantly more than the other options, but personally having used most, if not all of the other options in that sub $30 price point, you just tend to get what you pay for. And then if you start looking at the step up for those products, you start getting into the higher price range anyway. So with that being said, let's look at my top 5 favorite features on the Apple TV. Number 1 is just the simplicity. The UI is exactly what you would expect from an Apple product. If you own an iPhone or an iPad, you already know how simple their UI is. The home screen of the Apple TV houses your different apps, and naturally you can set up folders for different types of apps if you want. No confusing menus, just all your apps right there to click on. Now, I really do love the remote for the Apple TV. The new remote is just so nice, and it has Siri right there built in on the side, which is so easy that my 4-year-old uses it all the time. We actually caught my 2-year-old talking to one of his toys the other day, telling Siri to play something on the TV. So it's so easy and intuitive. Now, something they did on this remote that they didn't have before is a dedicated power button, which I absolutely love. I mean, before you had to press and hold the TV button and open the sidebar and then sleep the Apple TV. It just wasn't intuitive and it was too much to turn the power off. So that power button really is awesome, and really I just love how easily they've made everything on the TV itself. Number 2 is the simple integration they've added to the iPhone, iPad, and Apple Watch. I mean, I love being able to open the remote control from whichever device is close by and swipe through the menus on screen or play and pause. It just seems so obvious to include that without a separate app. Then there's the control center menu on the iPhone and the iPad, which is just a simple swipe down from the top right of the screen. And in there you have your remote, of course. And if you don't have that yet, it's as simple as going into your settings, heading over to Control Center, and adding the Apple TV remote. But another thing under the Control Center that you may not know that I love is the Now Playing section. That top right section, if you tap into that, you can select from your devices in your home at the bottom where it says Control Other Speakers and TVs. And once you have that loaded up, you can play, pause, fast forward, rewind, all from right there on your home screen or even your lock screen. It's just super simple how they brought all of this together. I can do all the same things on my watch for the most part, so it keeps your Now Playing content right there no matter where you're watching from. No more searching for the remote, well, unless you need to change the volume, which actually brings me to my next favorite thing. Number 3 is setting it up to play audio through HomePods and AirPods. Now, I love this feature. Now, let's be honest, most TV speakers are not that great, and getting that strain off those speakers can actually make your TV last a lot longer, and it's honestly just worth it for the audio quality difference you're gonna see. Especially if you pair your TV up with 2 HomePods or HomePod minis. Now, we have 2 HomePod minis set up in our living room that I have set up as my main audio source for my living room TV. Now, of course, you could always set it up on one HomePod as well, like I have in my office, but when you set it up on two HomePods, it makes them into a stereo pair, meaning you now have a left and a right channel, which is gonna give you more full audio, really making a more theatrical experience. Now, when the kids are sleeping, we can also go grab our AirPods Pro and get that full audio experience without even waking them up. I can't believe this isn't a feature built into most TVs now that most of us use Bluetooth headphones on the regular, but it really is a game changer. When I really want to stay up a bit later than everyone else and catch the end of that game without really sacrificing the audio, I can just grab my AirPod Pros, put those in, and I get the whole experience right there in my ears without waking anybody up. The cool thing about the AirPod Pros too is it's not limited to just one person. My wife and I can both grab our AirPods and watch the same thing on the same TV, and we both get our very own audio without waking the kids up. It's just the little things like that that make the Apple TV stand out from the competition. Now, number 4, like I said, might surprise you, but my son and I both love the gaming feature on the Apple TVs. He's 4 and really into video games right now, like really into video games, and the selection that Apple Arcade has is surprisingly perfect for him. Of course, we're not talking about absolute serious gamer stuff here, but simple games like What the Golf and Jetpack Joyride are perfect for his 30-minute weekend video sessions that he gets to earn during the week. They're surprisingly simple to play, and most of them can actually be played with an Apple TV remote, meaning you don't have to have any extra equipment. Of course, there is the option to pair up a Bluetooth controller with it and jump into NBA 2K or Asphalt 8, which makes it even better for the whole family, but Angry Birds tends to be enough for us. So number 5 is where the Apple TV really comes in handy in our house, and that's the smart home integration. It becomes extremely powerful, and I've even built my whole smart home around it as my HomeKit hub. There is so much the Apple TV does with your smart home, from being the main device for your devices to connect to as the home hub in order to control them from outside of your home, to viewing your cameras. I mean, I can simply hold the Apple TV button on the remote and open the home menu, and I can see all of my cameras right there. I can open them individually or view them all on one grid at the same time. While I'm in that menu, I can even trigger a scene just by selecting it. My absolute favorite feature though when it comes to smart home integration on the Apple TV is the alerts that you get. When a HomeKit smart lock is unlocked or locked, or a HomeKit garage door is opened or closed, it'll alert you on the screen while you're watching TV. Or even better, if someone rings your HomeKit video doorbell, it'll actually show you the video stream on screen, and if that person is in your photo library, it'll tell you who is ringing your doorbell. You can have cameras show you specific motion alerts if you want, or better yet, pull a camera up and minimize it on the screen while you're watching TV. If you're expecting visitors or a package, or maybe trick-or-treaters on Halloween. It really does bring the best of home security to your attention straight to your TV screen while you're watching it. And it showcases the power of the Apple Home working seamlessly together. While it may be more expensive than the other options, it really does shine if you have other Apple devices or if you're thinking about building a smart home using Apple Home. Speaking of, if you're looking to get started on an Apple Home, consider checking this video out. And if you want to see how my smart home is set up and get a quick tour, check out this video. If you found this video helpful at all, hit the like button so that YouTube knows it's been helpful and suggests it to other people. And if you want to see more videos like this, hit the subscribe button so we can continue to grow this channel. Thank you for checking this video out, and I'll see you in the next one.